Now, before we get into the kids, this is new to me. What did you do, Harith Iskander?
What did you do?
What did you do? I want to know.
I
Hello, everyone. My name is Daphne Iking, and today I'm joined by two of my really good friends. I've got Harith Iskander, who is a stand-up comedian, MC, and motivational speaker. And with him is his, okay, I have to get used to not saying this, legally still wife.
as we are shooting this.
Yes, Dr. Jezamine, who is the co-founder or founder and CEO of Cell Biopeutics Resources. You are also the founder of Hope Branch, Hope Autism Center, and you are still managing director of V-Days Production.
Harith Iskander, V-Day
Iskander.
Production.
Okay,
Yeah.
but we'll get
Too
to
bad.
that in just a little bit
Okay.
more. Hold that thought first, because I do have lots of questions for the both of you. So, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikum salam.
Guys, I don't know what to say, but the both of you are getting a divorce. And when I got the news, I was sad, I was shocked. I guess the first thing I wanted to ask is, most people would keep something as personal as this, very private, under wraps. And yet the three of us are here today in front of cameras rolling. Why?
Well, basically, yes, we would have preferred to have kept it private, but the news leaked to the media, and then almost instantaneously we were getting calls from media, from friends, and then over the next few days, the conversation took a turn on its own, and it was, it seemed to be getting out of hand. So Jezamine and me spoke about it, and we decided, listen, why don't, instead of other people talking about it and speculating, why don't we come forward and say what we had to say and perhaps answer some of those questions. And I thought, well, who better to ask those questions on behalf of everyone out there than yourself? Because yes, both Jezamine and me, respect and honor you, and know that you, if anyone would know us as well as possible, it would be you. So thank you for saying yes to doing this. But yeah, so we'd like to just set the record straight, so to speak, to answer those questions.
It's hard for me to believe that you guys are going to go through this, but let's get right to it. What made the both of you decide to file for this divorce?
Okay, if I may, this did not come overnight. I think to kebanyakan orang kat sana outside, it looked like it was very sudden. The photo that was leaked was of Jezamine at the courthouse, Jezamine filing for divorce. It was not sudden. It has been, the process has been ongoing for quite a while now. We've had our ups and downs. It is by no means an overnight decision. I'm going to just come out and I'm going to say it as honestly as I can. I've screwed up. I've screwed up. Over the years, I've made a lot of mistakes, and I think Jezamine has been amazing in allowing me, or rather, I don't know if she's forgiven me, but
Of course I forgive you.
yeah, but I'm not gonna put those words. But thank you. And there's a microphone here. You pop the microphone. But she's been as amazing as any other person in working together and being very determined to try and make it work. And yes, there were the very down moments, and it's been a roller coaster. We've gone through a lot of processes. We went for marriage counseling. We've spoken to friends. What I'm trying to say is it's not an overnight decision. It's been a long time coming, and the reason you're as shocked as anybody else is because even during those moments, we've always tried to make sure that, you know what, it's not over. We're still working on it, no matter what is going on, and we've tried to make that an important part of how we deal with each other. But without going to specifics, it came to a certain point. I realized, or I felt that, as it turns out, we're actually better friends. We're really, really good friends, and that I didn't want to destroy that just because we're getting a divorce. So I think credit to Jezamine as well. Thank you. We didn't want to spoil that just because we're not going to be married anymore. And of course, the kids. We've.
Now, before we get into the kids, this is new to me. What did you do, Harith Iskander?
What did you do?
See?
What did you do? I want to know.
I'm a guy. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I've acted in ways that I should not have. It's not. I'm not going to say. Oh, I didn't do that, and I'm not going to come up with any excuses. I have done stupid things that many men do, and you would think that I would know better at my age. Men never learn. I'm not saying all men, just me, but through all that, she's been an absolute rock, and there's a reason I don't want to go into it in too much detail, because I do know we've got 3 kids, as you know. They're still fairly young, but they're going to be watching this, if not soon, one day. So we're dealing with them on our personal level, but I just don't think it's right for them to face whatever people outside would then might go to them, because they're still very young at this point. Once they reach 18, they'll be able to fight back on their own, but it just is not fair at the moment for them to face anything that might come out of this revelation, this video. So, but yeah, I'm an idiot.
I'm going to
made
get
many
into your
mistakes.
kids in just a bit, because that's something that was of my most concern, because I've always been about the best interest of the children. But before that, you don't want to go into specifics, but it's not, he wasn't violent to you, right?
No, there's some rumors. Some people were saying that he was violent and abusive towards me. It's not at all.
Okay, we just wanted to
No,
lay that out
not
first.
at all.
She's a Taekwondo expert. She's black
Exactly.
belt.
Have you seen me?
My wife, Jezamine, is a black belt Taekwondo, so no.
I'm not saying that I would.
She's not violent to you,
No,
right?
no,
Just in
no.
case.
I'm just saying that.
Let's be fair here. She's not violent to you, right?
No, not at all.
Okay.
It's not that, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into the kids. I think one of the things that I was very upset about was the fact that when I found out about you guys filing for a divorce, the kids' pictures were sprawled all over the news, and I felt that was really unfair and so unnecessary, because to me, I feel, why place the kids' pictures, the identity of the children? Media should not be doing that.
Which I totally agree with you, Okay, well, flashback. I was about to travel to Singapore, and when someone sent me the image of our family with the kids, and they even mentioned their full name and their age, and I'm like, don't you ever feel for the kids? Where's your compassion? Because these kids have to go to school and they have to face their friends, right? So, and the kids are gonna go, hey, you are in the news yesterday because your parents are getting a divorce. There should be some amount of consideration lah. I don't think that was right. And I think that was my meltdown. That was my total meltdown. They shouldn't be mentioned, and out of respect to the family, I don't think that was right.
How are the kids?
But again, media is being media lah. I was just like, hey, just let it be. I managed to speak to a friend, let it all out, and then you know what, just move on. You have to accept it and just move on. because I was going for I had work crisis to handle. So I met clients in Singapore and I told him, you stay back and you handle the kids as soon as they come back. You have to tell them that it's out in the media. And I remember when we were talking to them, I was talking to Alexandria, my daughter. I was like, we are going to go through a divorce and it's going to get out in the news and you guys have to get ready for it. We kind of prepped them mentally.
So I
And
think
This was prior to the news.
yeah.
prior,
So
yeah.
to answer your question, we have actually spoken to the children. We sat them down. We had a very long conversation. And kids are smart. They at their age they're way smarter than I think I ever have been. Of course, they were very upset, but in their mind they were thinking a divorce means they are going to be split up, either themselves or from us. And we reassured them that as far as them, we continue together to love them exactly the same way, if not more. We're in terms of routine, we're going to try and keep as much routine similar to prior divorce, and after it's going to be the same. So it's all about reassuring the kids that, listen, whatever changes we are going through, we are handling it, but it does not affect how we feel about you, about how we treat you, and that does not change. And I got to give my kids credit that within what I found a surprisingly short moment, they quickly grasped it. They asked some very interesting questions, which I'm so proud that, wow, they ask the questions like you're asking. Why now? What happened? Alhamdulillah, I would say that since that day, which is some time back, they've really taken it very well. I think I wouldn't say they totally understand,
Yeah.
but as far as I can tell, we've left the door open and to them like, listen, if there's anything happen at school, kat sekolah, somebody asks you this, or you're uncomfortable, or someone tries to make you uncomfortable, or ask you about this, and you're uncomfortable, you can ask us, Daddy or Mommy, what someone said this, and just we leave that door open for this particular topic as well. But it's.
Did they ask after the news leaked out? Despite the fact that you guys.
I asked all three of them. He's like, did anyone ask you? He's like, yeah, a couple of friends. But I told that my parents are good. They're going good. So I'm like, it's quite positive. And I think
Because as I mentioned earlier, we are, other than just being married, we are almost rediscovering our friendship, which we had at the beginning. And anybody who's married out there, things change, situations change.
Oh yes.
Yeah. But it's almost as if, wow, we forgot that we were good friends. And with marriage comes, everything else. Plus, we work together. We are involved in each other's companies, to great degrees, and those things kind of take over. And I'm not going to place any blame or it was because of this or because of that. It's a multitude of reasons why nobody is the same. Some people are able to handle it. I would say on a personal level, I have my own weaknesses that I maybe couldn't handle working together, living together, husband and wife, like 24 hours a day. But that's just me. Most people out there don't know I'm a bit of an introvert. Surprise, surprise. In fact, anytime people meet me, after 5 minutes, they turn to her and go, actually, your husband not very funny, yeah?
Yeah.
She's
One
like,
of those
yeah.
I'm like, your wife's
so
fun.
I'm like the
much
crisis
fun.
controller here,
So,
especially to clients and all. So yeah,
I
he
think-
hardly speaks at home, can you know?
Yeah, I know. So I'm gonna lap out with Jez now.
Yeah. So it's just, as far as the kids are concerned, I believe, I have great faith that they're going to be okay. And it's very important that, this is my personal belief, because yes, we argued. Any married couple who doesn't argue, I'd say bullshit.
Yep.
We argue
Yep.
and we argue a lot, and I do know that affects the kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, over time, and I can safely say that, fingers crossed, we have not had those type of arguments since this decision was
Alhamdulillah.
made,
Yeah.
and I have a feeling that they are actually. I'm spending more time with them. We're both spending more time with them in a good way, as opposed to having just argued and then tried to spend time with them. We're both happy, and then we
So
spend
there's
time with
more
them.
mindful parenting involved because you both are very busy, very successful in your career.
Oh, and by the way, I just want to clear something up. When this whole thing blew up, is because Jezamine was a picture of her, and our lawyer was at the courthouse, and the headlines were unilaterally, Jezamine files for divorce. So immediately, she got a lot of heat for, why are you filing for divorce? I just want to clear something up. It was a mutual decision. We both,
Yeah.
after a long time, came to that decision.
Yeah.
And then what actually happened was, because I did not know this, that in any case in a court, you need to have a plaintiff and a defendant. One individual has to go to the court to say, or to bagi
file,
borang,
to file,
bagi
right.
borang.
So
And
I was like, hey, dude, you go lah, you go lah. And he's
Yeah.
like, no, you have to go. No, you go lah.
So we were back and
We
forth,
were
back and
like-
forth. But at the end of the day, you know what the decision was? If I go to the court with my lawyer, as I walk in, there's going to be people going, Harith Iskander kat mahkamah. Apa kes ni? And that
And
will
you wanted to keep it low
immediately become
profile
a story.
again for the
So we
the
were like,
kids.
oh, and she agreed. It's like, oh, maybe better I go. Less people would recognize her immediately. So that was literally the reason why. So bukan Jezamine Lim yang minta
Yeah, so we were
penceraian.
actually in the car together. He stayed in the car.
I was in the car.
I'm like, you
I
owe
was like, turn
me.
left, masuk pintu
You
tu.
owe me after this. You're going for a good dinner. I'm going. This is my cheat day.
So that was
So
the
that
truth.
was it. That's
That
the
was
truth,
it.
actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the arrangement for the custody of the children?
Well, as the mother, of course, and Jezamine has the full custody, and I have full visitation rights, because we, as I mentioned earlier, we want to keep the routine as the same as possible as before. So I will have full access as I have had before, and we will be bringing them up together as we have. Hopefully, in that area, nothing changes. She's an amazing mother, and I do what I can to keep up. So, but then when it comes to the football, I play the football with the kids.
Hey, I play football too, okay?
Yeah, but
I've seen you paddle, pickle, whatever.
I play
model.
futsal a little. I'm a good goalkeeper.
No, but when you play futsal with the guys, they all like
They
don't want to kick the ball hard.
Yeah.
Because alamak is perempuan.
Alamak, perempuan.
But I'm like, no, kick the ball. She
Can you see why I find it hard to believe that they're going through a divorce? Look at them. Look at them. And one thing that I love about the both of you, I mean, like our kids spend so much time together, is that both of you are such loving parents. You know, I love the fact that, you know, you both have raised such spiritually well-mannered, talented, witty, oh my God,
Witty,
that
yeah.
girl.
That girl's very witty.
Amazing children.
Yeah.
And that's going to continue with the both of you co-parenting.
Yeah, I think
today we make better parents, to be honest. So what we did was, we actually ironed out. Okay, me being so detailed, and
Yes, that's
I micro wrote everything, all our designation responsibilities, ironed out every single thing. What you manage, what I manage. So everything is on papers. Micro has such that who pays this fee and who sends these kids to this class, you know. All that is being managed on a piece of paper. So right now, everything is very organized and structured, which I like things that way.
but
And
what also works is because when either one of us gets busy,
yeah,
it's not like, oh no, that's your job. You know, almost immediately like, hey, I got to go and do this. I got to do this shoot for 5 days. Can you handle this? And so we
So it's
cross-reference.
structured, but it's also flexible.
Yeah.
flexible. So
Okay.
we kind of understand each another. So I have to admit that before this was slightly overwhelming for me.
Right.
So I told him I really need assistance here. I I can't go for parents-teacher meeting in the morning. I have to go to work. So then because I'm the manager as well, so I manage his schedule. Smart or not?
Smart.
So and he's very good at extracurricular stuff.
Right,
like
right.
I come up, this is what they should do. This is how I've managed it. Then you just have to follow up. And he's like, okay, he'll get it done.
Okay.
So right now I think things are much better. I managed to delegate tasks as well.
Okay.
So I'm also learning, and he's also learning, and we are going through this whole new journey together. I think we are doing very well.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, very well.
So I'm guessing that you live nearby then to be able to have this
I will be-
routine done.
Just to remain private, I will be staying somewhere within the vicinity where we are already staying, so that I can be as accessible as possible to the kids. Because like, as I said, I spoke to them just to reassure them that nothing really changes as far as routine. For example, I like to take them to school. That's my 30 minutes of
Bonding
talking bodoh and learning what skibidi toilet means lah. Yo, skip. My kids hate it when I talk like that because they're like, oh, Dad,
You don't know what you're
you don't know what you're saying. I'm like, yo, skibidi yo. I also don't know what I'm saying. But, so that continues.
And what continues is because you are his manager. You manage a lot of the
Yeah,
companies
guys,
that
I
the both
still
of you.
manage him. Okay, so no officials.
But how does that?
So you know what's the best part when the whole news broke and all the agents like, I used to imagine him. I'm like, I have a standard message. Yes, I am. You have to pay for the show. No discount.
As you mentioned earlier, we're involved. We have two or three companies together.
Yeah.
That doesn't change. We are continuing. That structure doesn't change. She has to sell stem cell
I have my
business.
biotech company ongoing.
Biotech company. I've got my production company, my stand-up career. She's still managing that. I think people may at first be a bit awkward, like, oh, I thought you two not anymore, but you're still here. And so hopefully with this video, you guys will go, oh, so that doesn't change? I still got to deal with her? Oh.
Too bad.
Yeah. And equally with her stem cell company and biotech company, I'm there in the background. People may be, oh, you're not going to support.
And he's so like, you know what happened today, bro? He's still there.
Yeah.
He's still there for me. Oh. Yeah.
Again, it's very hard for me to believe that you guys are gonna go through this because I see you guys still very loving, and the fact that you still want to work together because, of course,
For the kids.
yes, for the kids. But now, as a friend, I'm also a reporter, so I was curious about what were the reasons. And looking at the both of you being so loving, so kind, I thought it initially because I am in a working relationship with my husband, and sometimes that gets a little bit too much because we're both different personalities. And I thought with that could be. Because I couldn't think of anything else, right? So
So I just want to reiterate, in case people think this is some kind of act, we didn't get to this point immediately. There has been a long period where we couldn't be like this because of all, the things that had happened, the hurt I had caused. It didn't get to this point. This did not happen automatically.
So for me, we were separated for quite some time.
Okay.
But we were still working together, doing everything together. So, and then I realized that I would need to go through this whole healing process and journey to still empower him in his career and for the kids, right? So it was a lot on my plate at that time.
Did you ever think of just letting go and you guys just
No
go
way.
your separate ways career-wise?
No way.
Why?
To be honest, I'm very passionate about what he does.
Okay.
So you think it's easy to be a comedian? I don't think it's easy at all. I think that's like the toughest job in the world.
I've tried it, done that, and I'm like not doing it again.
But you are quite good at it though. You are quite good at it. So imagine his job is to actually go on stage solo, one person, and to make 300 people laugh. And when you guys have a screwed up day, and his job is to make you guys happy. But you don't know what he's going through. So regardless whether he just attended the funeral an hour ago, or his parents just passed away 3 hours ago. He still have to go on stage. So with all respect, I respect what he does. I respect him as a human, and he's human too. So imagine going through all that shit in life, and you still have to go on stage and try to make people laugh. I think that's tough, Daphne. It's very tough.
But I mean, yes, but let's put it this way. It's the same. Anybody who works in an office.
It's not the same like you work in office
No,
9 to 5. You know, half of the time you're on Instagram scrolling.
Yeah,
Like, and it's different.
but okay.
It's different. It's about the mindset.
Okay.
Just acknowledge yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, it's tough.
Okay.
So, and I think I still want to support him emotionally and mentally in that way. And I'm still quite a Gara manager.
That's to all of you guys, by the way.
I'm quite, yeah. I wouldn't say garang, but I'm very driven. I want the best for him.
Okay.
And
Do
as long as he keeps...
you want this partnership to continue?
Yes. One of the most important things, I think, one of the positive things that...
Hey, Chup, since you're talking about your career, right? Chup. You know what? All these Maknini that things all will text me. Is the cause of your divorce is because it's not funny anymore? I get like, on the first day, it's like what, few hundred messages because he's not funny at home anymore.
Funny as in...
No, they think that I'm at
funny.
home making
me laugh. Like, they don't know I make him laugh at home.
Oh yeah, that's true. She's actually, okay, maybe... She's actually funnier than Harith in social settings.
Yeah.
Harith is like funny on stage, but like, okay, Harith, make a joke. And I think that's another thing, because everyone expects you to be funny all the friggin' time.
Yeah, and he goes for a dinner, like a formal, dinner lah, you know, for someone's wedding. Hey, Harry, go on stage and say something. I'm like, hello, you think what? So easy to just go up and say a joke, is it? So I'm the one who's like, hey, not easy, you know, and you get, please lah, go on stage. How do you do that? If if I meet an accountant in a dinner, hey, come to my office, do my accounting audit now, can I? It's like that, you know.
Faham?
So this is why I feel so bad for him sometimes. And he will go, yeah, sure.
You're still very protective over Harith.
Of course I am. He's still the father of my 3 kids. And we are still there for each other.
I think that one of the things it didn't happen automatically, was we decided no matter what happens with the divorce, we still need to be with each other for the best of the other person.
Yeah.
I have to say, at one point she was like, oh, if we get divorced, are you not going to help me anymore in, whatever, her side of the business? And I said, no. Phone call, at the drop of the hat, I'm there. What do you need me to do? It's not about, oh, I'm no longer married to you, therefore I won't support you. That for me, that doesn't make sense. And it's not in my books.
To couples who are probably in an almost similar situation where it's, I don't know, because I don't really know what transpired for you to have gone through your separate ways and you guys are still resolving, but you can't.
I can tell you why. Okay, I'll tell you why. So we were going for couple therapies for many years, and then it worked up down, and then we tried everything, whatever is possible. We have tried that.
We did. I just wanted to reiterate once again, this is not an overnight decision.
It's
we
many
have
years. Yeah.
Done everything I think we humanly possibly could to make it work, and I'd like to defend myself by saying I did want it to work, and just some things just came to a point that, well, no, this is not, this as it is, not going to work. How can we come out of this with a better version?
Okay.
And without hurting or, changing anything, especially with the kids.
Right. And you were saying, Jess?
Oh, what was I saying? Okay. My friend passed away last year, November, and he's only 34. I remember that. So I think that was my turning point in life. So imagine you cannot predict what's next for you, right? And I realized that, after attending the funeral, I think that was a big hit for me, and that was my turning point. And I'm like, you know what? I want to live life to the fullest. I want to be happy. I want to claim my life back again, and I want to empower him to be the best father to my 3 kids. And I want to be a great mom and a great career woman, you know. So I have to somehow fill up my tank, and I have to go through this journey and go for it. And you only live once. So that was my wake-up call.
That was where.
So what happens if I collapse tomorrow? So because of that, I have questioned myself many times. What happens if I collapse tomorrow? And so now I'm actually more prepared. What happens if I'm gone tomorrow, touch wood? Everything's been ironed out. It's there.
Okay.
So
What would your advice be for couples who are contemplating on getting a divorce but don't quite know if this is the final decision, you know, nak jaga muka anak-anak, keluarga, semualah. Tapi at the end of the day, you know, at the best interest of those around, when, how?
okay, I would say be brave and courageous, because that decision can be very painful, but that pain is temporary. So that's what we told ourselves. We have tried whatever we could. We try very hard, and those of you who know me very well, I go 300% a day. So I tried really, really, really hard, and to a point that I think we were both draining out.
Yeah,
So,
there's no one correct answer. Everyone out there is different. In
Yeah.
our case, the residual effect, the pain of the consistent and repetitive arguing decisions and friction came to a point where I think both of us at one point go, well, this is not helping everything else. We need to find a way, we need to be brave enough to go, you know what, we need to make that difficult decision that we don't know what's going to happen afterwards, but we need to make that decision so that it doesn't affect everything else that we have that is very precious to us, you know, kids. And we just because we are hurting, we end up hurting other people as well, directly or indirectly. So you need to be brave to go, after trying A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, no, we need to face that difficult decision so that we can heal everything else as well.
Yeah, I think the most important word here is heal, because I wouldn't say like whoever. It doesn't mean he said that he made a mistake. He needs to heal too, and we both need to heal, and we have to be. And once we heal and we are filled out, we make better parents.
How do you feel now that you have made that decision, that call to end the marriage?
Nobody can read the future. Well, I'm just going back to what she said earlier. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So no matter what sadness I'm feeling at this moment, I'm still confident that for now, the right decision has been made. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow or next month or next year or 3 years from now, but for now,
You know, it's,
no, I'm just-
I guess this is where you guys are still going through that. I have to just be brave to just endure this decision that we've both decided that we're going to go through. The kids have been informed, and I don't know. Maybe I'm still a romantic at heart. I love both of you very dearly. You know that. And I'm guessing that some people out there, judging from our inner circle, are still hoping for the both of you to retract or to not go through this. What are your thoughts about this? Would there be hope for a reconciliation, or?
well, like I said earlier, I'm not going to say yes, I'm not going to say no, because who knows? A day before meeting her, I didn't say to myself, oh, tomorrow I'm going to meet the woman who's going to be my wife for the next X amount of years, and then I meet. So, you know, who knows? I'm just happy that at the moment, and things change, but at the moment, we are in a better place than we have been for the last, 2 or 3 years. And I think that reflects in our work and in our a family life. Although on it looks like, oh, a divorce is, society says it's one of the bad things. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it isn't. But for us, or for me at least, like I said, right now, I am sad about it. But I do know I've been saddled for a long time. That this sadness is not, I don't want it to happen. I want it to happen. This sadness is like, wow, it's sad, but wow, that was terrible. It was much worse then. This sadness is like, hey, it might get better. Who knows? I just wish her. At the end of the day, and I'll say this: she had this conversation. She asked me, what if, she moves on or I move on? I said, at the end of the day, if it happens, it happens. I'm not going to have any regrets because at this moment, my happiness and her happiness is at a very good level, and I only want to see that grow.
Yeah.
You spoke about healing. Will this healing involve you guys taking a step back for a while on your careers? Because I know both of you are, especially Jez, I know the sort of schedule that you lead, including getting a workout done at 10 p.m. until 1 a.m.
Whatever it takes,
court,
right?
Right? But will you guys be taking a step back just to, heal and...
I think, if I may, a lot of that work has been done. Yeah. It's not over yet. This is not, oh, bright sunshine all ahead. There will be down moments, but a lot of work has been done. I'll give credit to her. I honestly, to be honest, I didn't see this version of Jezamine that you're seeing right now half a year ago, and before that, I never thought we would get to this point. I really thought it was just going to crash and burn. I think she has done a lot of work on her own self, and she mentioned the incident of a good friend passing away being a trigger point. But that's life. Other things happen. We get influenced by it. It rekindles. We think of something else, and we grow. Hopefully, we grow to be better people.
If you could turn back time, the things that may have hurt her, would you have done it differently?
Of course. Of course. But you can't turn back time.
If there's anything you would like to perhaps share with those who are probably watching this, is there any messages that you want to tell our friends over here?
Well, I think since the news got out, a lot of friends, strangers, acquaintances have a myriad of questions, messages, when they meet and all, and a lot of people have, rightfully so, have been like, oh my God, what happened? Can you guys work it out? And giving advice, and so in a way, we're grateful that there's been so much care. Oh, you've been the perfect couple. Well, you can work it out. We can only be grateful that there's so much care. So thank you, everyone who has given advice and seeked, an answer and asking how can they help? How can it be better? But
and I also want to say thank you to friends who have been there with us, friends who have contacted us separately. I just want to let you guys know. So we have a lot of friends in common, kan? Mm-hmm. So even when you first met us, you'd be like, okay, I don't know what's going to happen here. Are they going to fight and throw stuff at each another? No. So we are still like as we are, Jezamine and Harith. Just to reassure to our friends out there, you don't need to take any sides. But if you want to, it's up to you. And to clients, everything is okay.
At the end of the day, no matter what, if there's anything you think that we haven't done or haven't tried, we have. We've tried.
You've done counseling, you've done therapy.
Everything. So, but thank you for caring.
Living separately for a while. Absent makes the heart grow fonder. Everything.
But I think I would like to ask for a little bit of privacy, you know, because the kids are also very sensitive and they're smart. They're really smart.
Oh, they are.
So I'm trying so hard to get them off their phones, to be very honest. But their friends are on the internet as well. I can't stop them at all. So at least in this whole 1 month, I want them to be at a proper right state of mind. I think that's our main priority actually. So instead of bombarding me with messages, and I'm also not, I wasn't at the right space of mind the whole of last week. And we are much better today. For me, it's again the kids. So at least privacy for them. Just for them, you know.
So hopefully this will be able to calm everyone down, that things are okay. It's not going to be perfect. Nobody said life is going to be perfect. But I think it's fair that we should give you guys the privacy to heal, the privacy especially for the kids to get the news from the both of you instead of from speculation. In the
And
news.
don't speculate. You know what is the worst part?
Yes, Miss
Gosh, I
Jezamine.
have to share this. I can't
Apa
take it, you know.
dia?
Someone text me and asked me if Harith is bisexual.
Okay, wait. So let's just address it. So, no violence involved, right? No violence involved.
No
That's
violence.
one.
We cleared that.
And are you swinging the other way? I'm just curious.
Are you kidding me?
How are you not answering me immediately?
No, no, it just reminded me.
Okay, what?
I'm going to reveal my age here.
All right.
Back in the URTV days, the Varia Pop days.
Huge magazine.
Kepada mereka yang masih ingat zaman sebelum internet.
Okay.
Where you relied on the Galaxy magazine.
Oh my God!
tu
Galaxy.
dia.
Those were the days, right?
I used to hang out with my friend Hans, Isaac those days. And there's a photo of both of us on the cover. I don't know, it's Varia Pop or URTV or something. With the headline, like, Hans dan Harith, gay. Wow, sold out. But when you buka, then you baca, tidak, mereka hanya kawan, dia tengah shooting. So it was a clickbait.
So that was a clickbait version on
of
paper.
the magazine. So since then, you know, it's just like anytime someone asks that question, I always fly back to that one incident. Like, you know what?
But it took you some time to answer, though.
I think he was just reminiscing.
No.
Is it?
Reminiscing.
Okay. And then there was also speculation that there's a third party involved. No, no one caused the divorce. It's just our decision. Nothing, no financial issues. So don't speculate. Oh, the comments. Oh my God, the comments.
Yes, please share with me.
Oh,
we might as well just stop with this iPad. This can go.
The comments. Oh, did I mention it earlier? Did you file a divorce because Harith is not funny? That was one of it.
Okay, that's funny.
That's funny, right?
That is funny.
Oh, because it's not funny anymore.
No,
I don't know.
You should answer.
was one of it.
It's never been funny. Cukup lah.
But you're the world's funniest person.
No. Yeah, but you
That's
know,
just a title?
It was a competition. But unfortunately, this is Malaysia. A lot of heat gets directed to the woman. I hate saying don't speculate because people are gonna speculate anyway. But
Even within friends.
But there are good comments as well. So the day before we was exposed, we were having dinner at Tropicana, walking around having dinner, and I was like, hey, how weird is this? I just saw them yesterday here. I just saw them 2 weeks ago at Publica. I just saw them there. Like, is this a Korean drama or what?
I know you're going to hate this question, but I've got to ask. It has been some speculation, but now that I know that both of you have tried really, really hard on the marriage and have come to this decision to file a divorce together, work it out together, co-parenting and all, are you open to seeing other people? Are you going to date other people?
I think for now, it's a lot got to do with the kids. So that's the only focus that we have.
No,
right?
I mean, that's a fair question. I haven't even
Yeah.
thought about it. Because without sounding like a broken record, for now, the main importance in our lives is the kids and making sure that that is handled as best as possible. So, yeah, we leave that to
Leave that to
Allah,
faith.
you know.
Don't want to think about it.
Okay. Okay, because honestly, for me, I love both of you, so now I don't have to I don't have to pick
You don't have to pick sides.
because we're still bros and sis and we're good.
Mm-hmm.
But if there were other people coming in the picture, that's gonna be a little bit it's just suddenly all about me. Like, which friend am I gonna go and But I'm so happy to hear this.
Okay,
You know,
thank you.
normally when we have our little chats, we must have our makan. I'm hungry now, guys.
Okay, come on,
Shall we
let's
have
go.
our makan?
Yeah, sure.
What do you want? I order?
I ordered for him already.
See? Manager. Manager.